Hello everybody, welcome back to Lee Everett Property, and it's been a while, but I want to get back into live streaming and helping you guys out and telling you what I'm experiencing in the property market in North Essex, and also a perfect opportunity for you buyers, sellers, anybody looking to start their property journey to come on here, ask your questions, and have a really good discussion about what you're experiencing and what I'm finding in the UK property market, and more specifically in North Essex, where I've been selling houses for, it'll be 21 years in September, which is a bloody long time, a bloody long time. So welcome if you are new here. As I said, my name's Lee Everett. I've been selling houses for 21 years nearly, and I feel like I'm perfectly placed to help you navigate the very tricky and difficult task of buying a property. And yeah, so I haven't really planned this stream at all. I haven't really planned this stream, and nor can a couple of my viewers. Planet Pokewood, what a treat! Hello Lee, hello Will, and Alex as well, always regular. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. And yeah, sorry it's been a while. My wife now works nights, so by the time she goes to work, it gets to this sort of time. So yeah, 9:30 at night after a long day at work and with kids, yeah, can take its toll. So I'm going to wing it, Alex. I'm absolutely going to wing it. But I just wanted to go over in this live stream, however long it is, what I've been finding happening this year. So from January 2024 to, where are we, the 16th of March, 16th of May. And I have experienced the property market being better than what it was this time last year, to date anyway. I've had a good look at our figures in terms of how many houses we've sold, exchanges, completions, etc. And this year, house sales for us in my office are much better than what they were last year. And that goes for exchanges as well, and completions. Now, the key thing that has changed over the last, say, 4.5 months, or sorry, last 18 months compared to last year, has been the length of time it's taking for houses to go through. Now, at the moment, we're experiencing around, from the day that the draft contracts are issued by a solicitor, it's taking around 4 to 4.5 months for a house sale to go through. So if you are thinking of buying a property right now, you're going to be looking towards the end of the year before you're going to be completed. And there's lots and lots of variations to that. There are different lengths of chains, different people's circumstances, so many wheels or cogs in the machine that can take a transaction from going really quickly to really, really slow. Yeah, so we're experiencing around 4 months, whereas before COVID, that sort of time frame was 10 to 12 weeks. But since COVID, things just seem to be taking a hell of a lot longer, which is having a knock-on effect on how many completed transactions are actually happening and affecting my wages. So come on, everyone in the conveyancing system, come on, go quicker, go quicker. I've got a mortgage to pay. So yes, so sales for my office, I've got the figures here. So where are we? Last year, so from January to the 16th of May, we sold 119 properties, which isn't bad. I mean, we are the biggest independent estate agent in my part of the world. There are some agents who have done a lot less than that, and yeah, I hope they can start selling houses. But yeah, we was doing very well then. In fact, last year, all of last year, we outsold our nearest competitor by a good 75 houses, I believe it was. So 119 sales in January 2023 to the 16th of May 2023. And this year, with rates being up and down and different things happening, we've actually sold 134 houses. So we are just under selling a property a day at the moment, which I think, for all the doom and gloom, is pretty good. And don't get me wrong, there are some agents who are selling a lot less than us, so maybe the average for the town might not have changed, But for us personally, and that's all I can talk about on this channel, what I am personally finding happening in the property market with the deals that I'm making and the sales that my team and I are generating and trying to get through. You may find where you are in the world it being a lot slower or even a lot quicker. But this is where it's important to remember that whenever you are taking any advice or anything from any information regarding the property market, is that it's not as specific to where you are. Yeah, you've got regional variances, which I think Rightmove, Halifax, they do sort of different regions than Zoopla, but prices and activity can vary from town to town, not county to county or district to district, from town to town. And this is where you've got to just keep looking for as much information as you possibly can. Now, if you are looking in North Essex, in my specific town, I can tell you exactly what's going on. And right now, we are experiencing a very level market. We seem at the moment, touch wood, to have actually plateaued. No, what's the opposite of plateaued? Bottomed out on prices coming down. The actual agreed prices of the peak of 2022 to now, we've had that sharp decline, but they now seem to be doing this. Now, asking prices, they seem to be doing a different thing for some strange reason, but our actual agreed prices have sort of leveled off and found their level for my area. Again, you may find it completely different. Guys, if you can also like the stream, going off topic, because getting as many likes as possible will really get me going to try and do more live streams as well. So yeah, please please do like the stream if you are logged in and are looking. Planet Pokewood, still not bought, still on the sidelines. That's absolutely fine, absolutely fine. I've got some people that have been on my mailing list for a good couple of years. They sometimes apologise for not buying just yet, but honestly, you've got to wait to find the right property for you and at the right time. It's, yeah, you do you, Planet Pokewood. Any recent reports to hand? What regarding house prices, etc.? I've not even had chance to look at them lately, mate. I've seen the headlines, which you guys all see, that Halifax are saying they sort of dropped slightly, then went up a little bit. Nationwide doing the same thing. But I'm really trying to concentrate on offering advice and what I'm finding and helping you guys in answering any questions about the house buying process. So yeah, so that is what I've been experiencing. The main frustration at the moment hasn't been agreeing sales, because that's been better than last year. It's been getting those sales to go through at a much quicker pace. And this is where, we started to see more sales going wrong. And I can put that down to, yes, the mortgage rates changing, which obviously means a lot of people who may have, sorry, I just read a comment. Lost my track of thought, but the length of transactions is meaning there's more time for things to go wrong, people to lose their jobs, have second thoughts. Yeah, so if we can get those transaction times down, then me as an estate agent, hopefully you guys as potential buyers and sellers will be a lot happier as well. Alex, plan next live with an announcement, as this one caught me by surprise. Yeah, I gave half-hour announcement, and that is why this is probably going to be a short stream and not very in-depth, or maybe even helpful. I don't know. I've not even got changed from work. I've been back home from work for 3 hours and I've not even had a chance to get changed, so let alone do any reading or announcing anything. So yeah, so transactions taking a long time, but transactions also increasing in terms of agreed sales is really positive for where I am. And I know some agents in different towns that are close by to me, they're not experiencing that. So I do feel extremely lucky at the moment, touching wood, that our transactions seem to be slightly better than last year. And last year we were quite happy with the amount of transactions, because the world was crazy, wasn't it? Absolutely crazy. Planet Poker says, what are your thoughts on interest rates over the next 6 months? The mortgage rates have been increasing over the last 6 weeks. And that's, from what I've read, seems to be due with swap rates rather than what's going on with the Bank of England. So swap rates went up, which meant lenders started reevaluating what they would then lend money out to you and I don't think we're going to see a massive decrease in mortgage rates until we have 2 or 3 Bank of England rates. And I think the odds of having 3 this year is extremely low. 2, not much better, but maybe if we have 1 interest rate reduction from the Bank of England and nothing major happen or negatively happen in the world which would affect inflation or the Bank of England's view on lowering interest rates, I would like to think that towards the end of the year, first quarter of next year, we are going to start seeing those bank rates start to come down to a more historical normal level, which would probably be around the 3 and 4%, which is still going to be double than a lot of people in my generation who have bought over the last 10 years due to artificially low Bank of England rates. But yeah, I would say hopefully in the next two quarters we would see at least 1 interest rate drop, and then maybe early next year we start to see 1 or 2 extras, and then the banks finding their feet in terms of what their leveling, where their level is going to be for future. But I would anticipate that between 3 and 4% will be the normal interest rate for bank lenders at the moment, well, in the future, which I could just about cope with. I'm on a below 2% at the moment, so hopefully by the time I come to remortgage in 2025, they will come down. That's my hope anyway. But yeah, it's all good. It's great to see you as well, Alex. So thank you for joining me so late. That was pretty much all I wanted to say, is that transaction levels have increased for me personally. I've noticed that houses are taking longer to go through from the date that the draft contracts go out, and then fall throughs have increased. We were down to 1 in 5 transactions going wrong, probably then went down to up to 1 in 4 transactions going wrong, and I can mostly put that down to the length of time. You've got probate taking 4, 8, 12, 4 months to come out, in some cases even longer. Search is taking a while. Just so many things making it take longer. And I hate sales progression. I hate doing that. It's the bugbear of my life. Yeah, I've got some really upset vendors at the moment as well. Really upset vendors who have been held at ransom by some really crap conveyancers. And what I would say is, if you are thinking of buying a house, you wouldn't be here if you wasn't, but if you are thinking of buying a house, pick your solicitor or conveyancer not based on their price, because a lot of the sales that we have issues with are with cheap online, not even solicitors, conveyancers who are just rubbish, absolute rubbish. If you do want to speak to a conveyancer or a solicitor, just let me know. Drop me a comment or write me an email, lee@leeeverettproperty.co.uk, and I can put you in touch with a good proactive solicitor. But yeah, stay away from the cheap conveyancers, because they will cause you so much trouble. And in the end, they're not even as cheap as they thought, because there's so many add-ons they add on at the end. And yeah, they're not gonna help you whatsoever. Hello, Peter. I don't recognize you. So if this is the first time here, thank you very much. Don't forget to like the stream as well, and hit subscribe. So when I do hand out or do a live stream again, I'll be able to give you some more notice. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. Is there any questions you've got about the property market, Peter? Pokey's asked what I think is going to happen over the next 6 months with interest rates. And as I said, I think probably not a lot until we see a second or third. So watched a few streams. Thank you. Sorry, it's been a while for me. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time I'd done a live stream. It must be 2 months. And then it was probably done for 2 months before that. But I'm going to hope to try and get this a lot more regular. So if there is any topics you want me to cover, then please pop them in the comment section, write a message now, and I'll look to do some research into it and be more prepared for the next time. Yeah, and if there's anything else that you're experiencing right now which you want to talk about, then let me know. We can have a chat. We can have a chat. First time buyer in the process of buying our first house. Well, congratulations. That's what I've noticed as well, actually. We've had a lot of first-time buyers buying property at the moment. A hell of a lot, actually, to the point where I've actually noticed it. Whereas before, you wouldn't really take notice of who or how many first-time buyers you've actually got buying a property. It's just the beginning of a chain for us. But certainly this year, there has been more first-time buyers at the bottom of our chains than buy-to-let investors or cash buyers. And I don't know whether these first-time buyers are getting more help from the bank of mum and dad or nan and granddad, or rates are not as bad for them as maybe the media are putting out. I mean, I think the average 5-year is 5 point something, and the average 2-year is about 0.25% higher than that. But if you're a first-time buyer and don't know any different, that is just what the interest rates are. And if you can afford to buy, then why wouldn't you? Because those rates, theoretically, in the future, only have one way to go, which is down. If we've been at a 16-year high for interest rates, it's going to take another black swan event for something like that to happen to make those go even higher. So if you can afford to get a mortgage now and pay that extra interest, then when those rates do start to come down after your fixed rate has finished, then you're going to be better off. Also knowing that you've actually been paying towards your mortgage and into a savings account, effectively, which is what your house is, which you can sell to release at some point. But yeah, congratulations. Whereabouts in the world are you buying, Peter? Anywhere near me? I'm in North Essex. If you can't tell by the Essex boy, wide boy accent, I'm trying to slow down and sound less common, pronounce my T's and whatnot. But yeah, have you, oh, there we go, been looking for almost a year, viewed plenty, but none of them quite right. Saw a house 2 weeks ago and knew it was the one, hoping to get moved in by August in Hertfordshire. So you're not too far away from me. Congratulations. What have you experienced with house prices over that year in Hertfordshire? A lot of my chains involve Hertfordshire and a lot of agents. So you may be involved in a chain with me. Be good, wouldn't it? Be good. But yeah, congratulations. So let's talk about this. The house that you bought, was it on the market for long? Did you manage to get much off? And what you've been noticing for house prices where you are. Be interesting to know what you're experiencing where you are. I've talked about me. What I have been doing, hang on, before we get into that. Stupid asking prices a year ago, have noticed price dropping recently. Is that by a big amount, Peter? Are we talking 5, 10 grand, or are we talking some 20, 30, 40,000 pounds? Because what I've done what our office done, my office done last month, was go through all the vendors that put their house on the market for more money than what we valued it at. So my standard line to vendors who want to try a higher price than what I've suggested is we give it 3 or 4 weeks to try and get sold. And if you haven't, it's then time to reduce. And we had quite a few sellers look to do that. And that was good. And then that's had a knock-on effect with how many sales we've made. So we get the reductions to what we think it should be sold, marketed at, and then it's like a house of cards. Boom, boom, dominoes, boom, 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 sale after sale after sale. Just proving that you buyers aren't stupid. You're not stupid. You can't potentially afford what you could have done a year ago because of the mortgage rates. And that pricing is absolutely key. And I know Moving Home with Charlie has done quite a few videos about agents overvaluing, and this is something I 100% agree with him, is it just slows down the property market. I don't agree with Charlie with the 35% or 35, 50% decrease in house prices, but when it comes to overvaluing, for me, that is the key thing which is stopping people buying and selling. And if we can get less agents to overvalue and more sellers to be more realistic with their prices, then so many more people are going to be able to buy and move on and take the next step in their life. And yeah, I'm 100% with Charlie on that one. Not on his on his house price predictions, but hey, he's got his opinion, I've got mine. So what does Peter say? Stupid asking prices a year ago, really dropping. I bought the house pre-marketing on a local agency Facebook group. Asking prices vary, very reasonable against comparables. Perfect. Well, congratulations on finding yourself pre-marketed as well. No competition from anybody else, especially if that price was spot on and in the right area, the Goldilocks zone. Yeah, I mean, we've even we've even had, after the reductions, had multiple bids on properties, almost like, well, bidding wars, almost like the COVID times when we'd had 5 or 6 offers on the same property. And we'd done this, it was this week actually, we had best and finals offers on Tuesday, and we had, it was 4 or 5 offers, I can't quite remember, and the owner actually got nearer his price than the price that we quoted. So yeah, sometimes we're wrong with pricing, but the market will find its level. And if a property's been on the market for 3 or 4 weeks and tens of thousands of people have seen it on Rightmove and whatnot, and it hasn't sold, it's a clear indication that the price is too much and the market isn't willing to pay what that seller's looking for. And that is the exact conversation we've been having with our sellers, and the ones that did reduce. And there was quite a large proportion of the ones that did go on, in our opinion, for too much money, reduce, and then that result in a sale. So yeah. So if you're a seller watching this, if you haven't had 10 viewings or an offer in 3 to 4 weeks, then you need to bring your price down. It needs to be more realistic. If you are watching the stream, we've got 8 people viewing, which was way more than what I thought I'd get on this evening. Please hit the like. That really helps YouTube push this out to more people, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because it makes me think that you guys like what I'm doing and want to see more. So Peter goes on to say, motivated seller, they are purchasing a new build and need a reasonably quick sale to reserve their plot. Perfect time for me and the vendor. It's exactly what you want, isn't it? Exactly what you want is the right buyer and the right seller. And this is, I mean, being an estate agent is almost like matchmaking. Not with, obviously, relationships, but the right vendor and the right seller. If you can find the perfect match, then you're going to agree a price better. The sale's going to go through easier and a lot more quicker as well. A lot more quicker? Yeah, a lot quicker as well. And I'm really pleased for you, Peter. And all this doom and gloom that people are reporting on social media and in sort of newspapers, etc. It's nice to hear a good story. Fingers crossed it all goes well from this point onwards. Yeah, and if at any point you want to ask any questions, then yeah, drop me a message or an email, lee@leeeverettproperty.co.uk. More than happy to help you out, my friend. If anybody doesn't have any more questions, I will probably leave the stream here, go and get changed and relax for the first time since 6:30 this morning. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate you taking your time out of your evening to watch me rabbit on for 23 minutes. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you again maybe next week. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.